Well, holy moly, everyone. So sorry. I had no idea that my phone would completely cut out without giving me any types of a heads up when I was in the midst of recording. This is part two of the video that I was in the midst of finishing, talking about mentorship. And as I reviewed the footage and am new to editing and how I am actually recording, I decided rather than starting over, I would simply just keep on going with this, with this. Um, Summarizing and bringing this to a close as I am, as I said, in the midst of a soothing Sunday. I have a number of chores ahead of me and a road trip that I'm preparing for. If you saw my previous video where I was going to the farmer's market to see the pet costume contest and pick up some goodies for some preparation and made some roasted salsa. Had such a great time. Looking forward to my road trip. The the topic that I was at prior to the, the video cutting me off on part one is that I was talking about having the privilege of sharing space, and that my definition of a mentor is someone who is actively listening and empowering and is not a busybody, is not someone who is telling you what you should do or speaking or engaging with you in a way that is condescending. That is being a bully. And that is coming across as someone who's high and mighty or holier than thou type of a demeaning and aggressive and cruel way of speaking to someone. That isn't being a mentor. There are plenty of people who are in positions of power and people who are decision makers that lead in that way or supervise in that way, or perhaps they run even a counseling practice or a medical practice in that way. Those are the people that, as I have become more savvy and felt more confident through life, I have learned that I can fire those people. And there are times where if I'm an employee and it's my employer who's treating me that way, then ideally, hopefully, there has been some rules, some protocols in place, such as human resources, some criteria that I can go to. If not, then as an adult, it is then my role to either stand up or move on. And there are times when, especially as a younger woman, and feeling that I had nowhere else to go, especially if it was with an employer, there were times that I would tolerate a bully or someone who, if I made the mistake of bringing up something about a private life or a health issue or a caretaking, that I would get ripped down or criticized or told what I should do. And sometimes it can be syrupy sweet and actually be a little bit misleading and come across in a way that sounds like they're wanting to help me. It sounds like I'm being seen and heard, but perhaps it was just more of a well-crafted response. In your heart, in your mind, there's those voices. Are you listening? Do you understand? And are you identifying with what I'm sharing? And perhaps I'm preaching to the choir here of people who are feeling that they can weed out and they can sense who's trying to play you, who is trying to mislead you, who is being overly critical only because it's a reflection of their own insecurities. That again is not mentoring. A mentor wants the best for you, even if they disagree with what you say, what you're doing. That isn't mentoring. And I'm not saying that as a mentor, if I ever am working with someone who's truly doing something that is harmful or illegal, I mean, to those realms, there's certainly a time and a place to intervene and to take a bit stronger approach with someone. I'm talking about the privilege that I spoke of earlier, that place of honor when you are engaging with someone, and then simply by sharing a resource or a quote or a phrase, or simply by sharing your own story, that mentorship, if it has sparked a sense of inner knowing, or had offered some inspiration to help someone out of a bind, or guide them towards a goal that they're seeking. As a health educator, I am often health coaching, and my field of my body of work, as far as my Anderson Therapeutics website, the book that I have written, another book that I am in the midst of getting published, have focused on helping people to better manage chronic illness and to simply practice lifestyle medicine. If you're at a place right now where you are in better health, good health, and not in need, there are still healthy lifestyle behaviors that you know your body better than anyone, and you know what works for you and what doesn't work for you. That is mentoring, is that you're in your own inner knowing, your own thoughts, and those times where you just have that sense that a choice that you've made, or a new workout that you've tried, that it feels right. And that's the beauty of mentorship. And I have opted for mentors that are much older than myself, simply because I value hearing from those who have walked ahead of me, that they have much more knowledge, experience, and because history tends to repeat itself in all areas, all aspects, that someone who has 5 more years, 10 more years, 20, 15, whatever, whatever number, there's no magic number though. For me, having a mentor who has that time. Time is such a gift. And the younger people that I'm working with now, I am seeing that light in their eyes that when I was a younger woman working with a mentor who was either my age or even a little bit younger, must have seen in me. And that's just a lovely feeling. And I feel that I'm learning so much from those that I am helping and those that I am serving in the field of health, that's that two-way street, you know, and I'm doing the infinity symbol. I like the number 8. I like this. Oh, I'm gonna leave you with a quote. This is something that I read last night, and I didn't even realize that the person who wrote this, Elizabeth Gilbert. I wear glasses for distance. That's why I'm taking these off, just so in case you're wondering. She wrote Eat, Pray, Love. I didn't know she wrote this quote. Time, when pursued like a bandit, will behave like one. At some point, you have to stop because time won't. You have to admit that you can't catch it, time. That you're not supposed to catch it, time. At some point, you gotta let go and sit still and allow contentment to come to you. And mentorship for me is certainly all about time and using my time wisely. And the title of my channel, the name of my channel, is that a title? Is that a name? It doesn't matter. Anderson Therapeutics, Aging Well. It's a long title. I'm proud of my business, which is Anderson Therapeutics, and aging well is my goal. I am not chasing youth. I've been young. I don't want to be young again. I don't want to be a vampire. I am not afraid of aging, and I am embracing all of my chronic conditions because they are part of me and they're not going to go away. I encourage you to also embrace aging and aging well. It is never too late to better take care of yourself. If you don't have a mentor, I would encourage you to seek one. And perhaps it is something as simple as being mentored by a quote, a favorite film, a book that inspires you. Perhaps your mentor today is watching the sun rise. I'm going to put a picture in the thumbnail of me at the end of my workout. I finished out my workout at home. Today is weight day. I did cardio, and then I went up to one of my favorite walking paths and did a long loop. Did a lot of stairs because I love to have that vertical to help my hips, since I have artificial hips, if you don't know. So working my joints in the way that is best. I was there right as the sun was coming up across the beautiful Wasatch Front Rocky Mountains. Have a lovely day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient with me as I'm learning this. And I hope you watch part 1. This is part 2. Have a lovely day. Bye.